Hi everyone, Abby here, and welcome back to my channel for Tech Tuesday, or welcome if you're new. So today I'm going to be comparing the Galaxy Watch 8 with the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic and the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2025 edition. I'm going to be going over the major differences between all of these smartwatches here so you can choose the best one for you. And I'm going to let you guys know my favorite out of Galaxy Watch 8 lineup here. But before I get started, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed so you can stay tuned to all my new videos dropping weekly and so you can help the channel grow. Today, like I said, I'm going over the major differences. If you want more information on these smartwatches, I've done full in-depth reviews on all of them, which you can find linked in the description below. So before I go into the major differences between all of these smartwatches, let's talk about the similarities. So all of the Galaxy Watches here can track a huge amount of activities for you. They track indoor and they track outdoor activities like running, walking, swimming, yoga, weightlifting, and so much more. And they all have built-in GPS. Can also track your sleep, and they have a sleep coach built in. There's smartphone notifications you could view on here. It has a built-in speaker and mic, so you can do Bluetooth calling, you could use voice assistant, you can play music on here, you can download music or stream music. You can track your daily metrics like your steps, your calories burned, your active minutes, your floors climbed, antioxidant index, your blood pressure, your ECG or EKG. They also all have a Super AMOLED color display and a sapphire crystal lens. And I've gone ahead and put some more similarities on screen for you guys. So now let's get into the differences. And the first difference between all of these is the price. So when it comes to the price between these smartwatches, there's definitely a big fluctuation there, with the Galaxy Watch 8 being the cheapest and the Galaxy Watch Ultra being the most expensive here. Now I've gone ahead and put the prices on screen for you guys for the Galaxy Watch 8 series for all of these smartwatches here, just so you can see if one maybe works best for your budget. With the Galaxy Watches here, Samsung does do trade-in promotions, so if you have an old smartwatch, you can potentially trade it in to get some money off of a new one here. Also, because these smartwatches have been out for a couple of months now, I have seen them starting to go on sale. I've seen them anywhere between like 10 to 25% off. So I'll be linking purchase links in the description for you guys, and it will have like the most updated sale prices that I can find there as well for you. And if you're finding this video helpful so far, please go ahead and smash that like button for me. I'd really appreciate it. So you guys might be thinking, why is the Galaxy Watch Ultra more expensive than the Galaxy Watch 8 and the 8 Classic? So the answer is the Galaxy Watch Ultra does have some extra things, like it has a larger display. This is a 47mm smartwatch, so it's big. Another thing is it does have longer battery life compared to the other two. It also does have a little bit extra storage, increased durability, and water resistance. So it has up to 10 ATM of water resistance, or 100 meters. You can use it for more intensive water activities, and it does have a more rugged build. Another main difference between these smartwatches would be the operation. So the Galaxy Watch 8 here, it does have Samsung's kind of new UI where you have to swipe and then you got to kind of go up and down to view all of your metrics. This is something that I personally don't love. I find it a bit time consuming to have to swipe and then to have to go up and down to search for things. This one does have a limit to how many tiles that you can have on here as well. Other than that, pretty simple when it comes to navigating the smartwatch. Classic has that same operation, same kind of UI as on the Galaxy Watch 8. Major difference here is that you do have this rotating bezel that allows you to kind of quickly or more quickly go through and even kind of scroll through your apps and stuff. So I personally do like that because it makes operation a bit faster. There's definitely a limit to how many, pages or how many tiles you can have. So as you guys could see, I can't add any more pages there. 6, that's it. But other than that, same kind of UI, same look there. Now with the Galaxy Watch 8 Ultra 2025 here, it has what kind of looks to me more like Samsung's older UI, which I actually preferred. So it's kind of like you're swiping through and you're not seeing as much things on each page. And this one has the most amount of options that I can have for my widgets. So there are some that you do have to kind of swipe up and down for, but it's not as much apps kind of just thrown all on one page. There are a lot of pages of widgets that I can have. So that is the main difference I've noticed as well with the UI. Another big difference with operation is the amount of buttons. So the Galaxy Watch 8 has 2 buttons here, where the Classic and the Ultra have 3. With the Galaxy Watch Ultra and the Classic, this button can be used as a shortcut for whatever you want. Where here, you don't have that option. There's no shortcut buttons. I like having the shortcut button. All right, guys, now I'm gonna talk about the battery life. So that's another difference between these smartwatches. So the quoted battery lives are longer than what I actually got out of these smartwatches. So the Galaxy Watch 8 and the 8 Classic have quoted battery life up to 40 hours, while the Galaxy Watch Ultra has a battery life up to 60 hours. So with my actual usage, so with the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic, I got 24 to 25 hours. With the Galaxy Watch 8, I got 19 to 19 and a half hours. And with the Galaxy Watch Ultra 2025, I got 35 to 36 hours. With Samsung here, your battery life, you can expect it to die pretty quickly. You might get, a day or a little bit longer depending on which one you choose. Typically, I have to charge them, every single day, every other day with the case of the Ultra. So just keep that in mind. This is a smartwatch that you are going to have to keep track of the battery life for. So another difference between all of these would be the design. Now the Galaxy Watch 8 has a more sporty appearance here. It does look really nice and clean. It's very minimalistic looking, all metal bezel and a casing there. The Galaxy Watch 8 Classic here, it does have definitely more of a traditional watch type of look, especially with the leather band coupled with the more textured appearance here of that bezel, but it still has that same cushion design that we saw on the Galaxy Watch 8 and the same, metal bezel, but it definitely does look more sophisticated, more work, where this one definitely looks a bit more sporty. And the Galaxy Watch 8 Ultra definitely looks sporty all of the way. It's definitely the largest of the bunch. This one has a bezel, but it is not rotated, but it does have some accentuated markings here for the time. And we have a band that has holes all throughout and it has a crimped design on both sides. Now with the Galaxy Watch Classic and the Galaxy Watch, standard, they actually have a crimped band on the underside, which I like because it makes the band have better airflow. Your wrist doesn't get as sweaty opposed to when it was just smooth. It has a smooth appearance on the other side, and I actually prefer that because it looks better in my opinion. Now when it comes to user experience using these smartwatches here, there's honestly not a big difference. If I'm doing things like tracking an activity or if I'm responding to text messages, anything like that, honestly, it feels very similar. The major difference I find is that this one with the biggest display is quite noticeable. It's also heavier with the weight. So just trying all of these smartwatches on for you guys, that's definitely another difference, the way they look on my wrist. They all do have different designs, so they do look different on the wrist in my opinion. The weight is definitely a noticeable difference there, with the Galaxy Watch 8 being the lightest weight and the Galaxy Watch Ultra being the heaviest. When I'm wearing the Galaxy Watch 8 on my wrist solo, after about maybe 20-30 minutes, I don't really even notice it or feel it on my wrist. But if I'm wearing the Classic or if I'm wearing the Ultra, I do notice the weight more on my wrist. Now, I don't think any of these watches are heavy by any means, but it's definitely a more noticeable weight than what I'm used to because I'm someone who I do like to wear lightweight, kind of small, compact smartwatches. So having this extra weight here is definitely something I did find noticeable. When it comes to the performance of the smartwatches, whether I'm using, Gemini, or if I am using apps, or if I am working out, I get basically the same results across the board. So just because you're spending more for the Galaxy Watch Ultra doesn't mean you're going to get better activity tracking than the Galaxy Watch Classic. They all track your activities very well, and I haven't found a difference there, to be honest, in my usage. I'll get routinely the same calories, the same heart rate, and stuff like that. I think when it comes to step tracking, these, for some reason, I do find the Galaxy Watch Classic and the Ultra are more accurate for steps. Usually they're spot on, where this one might be off by 1 or 2 steps. Other than that, the metrics across the board are very similar. So for me, the major thing is the look of the smartwatches, the price of the smartwatches, the operation. Those are the major differences for me. Now for me, when it comes to which one I prefer out of the 3, I would go with the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic. Now this one is my favorite of the bunch simply because I like the look of it. It looks really classy. It looks like your typical kind of watch versus just a smartwatch. And I really like the rotating bezel here. It makes the watch just so quick and easy to use, and it's kind of fun as well. Now, when it comes to the Galaxy Watch 8 Classic, it actually has the same size display as the Galaxy Watch 8 40mm. So you're not really going up that much in size if you're going from that to this. You're just getting kind of a bigger casing, watch portion here, but you're getting those same great features and just in a prettier package and a more classy package to me. Great option for you. And if you're someone who, once again, you like a more sporty look, you want a large display, the Galaxy Watch Ultra could be a great option for you. If you're someone who wants something that looks a bit sleeker, more minimalistic, and you want something lighter, the Galaxy Watch 8 could be a great option for you here. Let me know what you guys would choose out of all of these Galaxy Watches. Drop that in the comments below. And if you guys are looking to pick up any of these Galaxy Watch 8 series smartwatches today, I've gone ahead and left some links down in the description for you to use. And if there's anything I missed today that you want to know, go ahead and drop a comment below. I do read all the comments and I will definitely get back to you. And that's all I have for today. Thanks for watching, and make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.